Hi everyone, this is Suzanne and I am doing a blog for the 16th of September 2023. I have made it back safe and sound from Croatia. It was a lovely trip filled with boats and speed, adventure, and beautiful floats in the Adriatic. This ocean is much more salty than normal oceans as it is very contained, and its large space and warmth concentrates the salts as the heat evaporates the water. The result is feeling as if you are floating in a flotation tank. I think you would have to work very hard to drown in such water. This ocean has had that impact of detoxing me as well, which is always a good thing. I try to get massages regularly, and I think that without them I would have problems that I can only imagine. I try to eat well, organic. After all, I have my own very large organic garden, but learning to move from new places of less stress is something I have worked on for decades. Clearly, I have much yet to learn, and I am still a work in progress. Between the activity, hiking in the heat, swimming in the Adriatic, and having constant historical lessons about the amazing land of Croatia, my body decided to do a massive detox. I felt as if I could not get enough sleep. It showed me that I am still learning how to slow down and find a better tempo and listen to the flow of my body rather than the incessant demands of my mind. The trip was magical and filled with learning how to navigate new things. I explored things that I never thought I would get to see, and days were filled with boats of all kinds, and I have so many fond memories from my childhood on boats, so it automatically engages my happy place. The exploration into the Dalmatian, this area is also where the Dalmatian dogs come from, foods and the flavors, including black risotto made with squid ink, amazing fish soups, incredible sea bass, and exploring the flavors of their olive oils and wines. I am very grateful to have had this opportunity to go on this trip and see a place that I had never seen before, but I would love to go back to. The Croatian people were so very kind. Their land is safe, and their pace is much slower than my American tempo. They were an amazing people that were not afraid to talk about how their country was torn apart by a few politicians that engaged their people in a hopeless war that made no sense after so many generations of peace. They understand how it happened and were quick to point out that America was at risk for being torn apart the same way as them. They recognized that honest education that included all the history and did not censor information was essential to the people learning from their mistakes and being able to not get suckered into patterns of megalomaniac politicians. They were astounded that America was caught in the lies and deceptions of such obvious charlatans, and they consistently wanted to warn us to not make their mistakes. I believe we are learning how to wake up and not fall for the obvious lies and intentional distortions of a few that never have the will of the people, including in any of their decisions. It was great to be in the space with them and to remind all of us to be more aware and awake. After all, we do not want to tear apart what we have created and have to do the painful rebuilding of our country as they had to do in Croatia. Clearly, to them, it was not necessary, and they were determined to never let it happen again. I hope we are also so wise. Thanks, everyone.